today. Mackenzie Dern says y'all must have forgot and avenges her first loss via submission. And what about Cesar Almeida? He sent a man to the upside down. Also, what about Chris Curtis? Why y'all keep doing Chris Curtis wrong? Why? 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 All of this and more on today's episode of Matter of Fact MMA. What's up? What's happening? Let's go. What's up, guys? We right back at it. We right back with it. It's your boy Matt, and we are here to cover the latest UFC Apex card, but also the first card of 2025. Hey, it had a couple of good little fights, couple of good little moments on there. It also had a lot of stuff that we're gonna forget about, but it's the first card, so we're gonna hit it nevertheless. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta hit it regardless. Anyway, bro, main event. Mackenzie Dern goes out there and defeats Amanda Ribas by submission to avenge her first loss in the octagon. Look, man, shout out to Mackenzie Dern. Also, go Ravens. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Mackenzie Dern because Mackenzie looked good. And that's an understatement. No, Look, Mackenzie Dern went out there and had a y'all must have forgot performance by reminding everyone that if she can hold everything else together, the stand-up is never going to be perfect, although she did add in some leg kicks, which I think, slightly did throw off Amanda Ribas. Whatever offense Amanda Ribas was planning, I think she was not planning on those leg kicks, because that's the thing about Mackenzie Dern. She's not really good in so many aspects of fighting that if she works a little bit on one of them and happens to utilize that in a fight, 9 times out of 10, her opponent never saw that coming. You know, I never knew she had leg kicks. You know what I'm saying? So even though she's not the best at all at stand-up, what little wrinkles she does add to her game, nobody's expecting that from her, so it is kind of shocking, and it could throw off whatever the game plan was. In my opinion, she somehow, some way, stifled Amanda Ribas's offense that she was going to do, and basically, eventually, the fight goes to the ground. I believe this was in the 3rd round, and Mackenzie Dern essentially... All right, well, first I'll say the fight already went to the ground a couple of times, and it was typical Mackenzie Dern in the sense of she doesn't utilize a ton of offense once she gets an opponent to the ground. Now, as we saw by the end of the fight, if she's got the opportunity to snatch a leg, snatch an arm, she gonna snatch it and she gonna take it home. You know what I'm saying? So that's not up for debate. The thing is when she gets these opponents to the ground, there's no elbows, solid elbows and pressure. You know what I'm saying? There's none of that. I'm going to hold you down because I'm gorilla strong pressure and a lot of technique pressure, but not I'm going to do damage pressure. So a lot of the times when she gets opponents on the ground, where a lot of fighters, that would be the end of the fight with the utilization of some good elbows. You know what I'm saying? Mackenzie Dern is just kind of holding opponents. Same thing happened in this fight, only in the 3rd round, she managed to get into a better position in which she was able to cinch up that arm. You know what I'm saying? And it took a moment. You know what I'm saying? Amanda Ribas is no slouch on the ground. She knows exactly what she's doing. So there was a nice little chess match that went on throughout the entire fight. But particularly in the 3rd round, there was a good little chess match going on in which Amanda Ribas was staying safe. And as the fight was closing out, that round, the 3rd round was closing out, it's almost as if Amanda Ribas thought, okay, she's probably going to let me skate the last 10 seconds, and we're going to go to the end of the fight, the end of this round, and I'll regroup in the 4th. but not so fast. Not not on Mackenzie Dern's watch. You know what I'm saying? Mackenzie Dern wasn't playing that. So, as the fight is just about as that round is just about to end, Mackenzie Dern slides in, does her thing, snatches that arm. Amanda Ribas has the tap. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Shout out to Mackenzie Dern. She does her thing. When you look at her overall situation, it's clear the UFC wants this girl to put together like a four fight win streak, I'd say. If she could win 4 fights in a row, with the right opponents 3, the UFC would give her a title shot because the UFC's in the business of making money, you know what I'm saying? And, business is booming when you have a champion that looks good getting off the bus, you know what I'm saying? A champion that speaks multiple languages and could definitely always assist in the Brazilian market. It always works, you know what I'm saying? As everyone can see, sometimes they have a tough time getting you good fights for those Brazil cards. So this would work out perfect. So the problem that has always existed with Mackenzie Dern is, can she put together a win streak, or a good enough win streak, big names, 3 of them together, or 4 to 5 unknowns together to go ahead and get a title shot. Nevertheless, man, she goes out there, she looked good doing her thing, you know what I'm saying? She never really looked to be in serious danger this entire fight. Her stand-up, still wasn't really that good, but it was a little bit comparable with the addition of those leg kicks. And at the end of the day, Amanda Ribas, she did her thing. No slouch. Shout out to Amanda Ribas. But if you're gonna play that ground game with Mackenzie Dern, you got to be A1 on point the entire round. As you start closing on the last 10 seconds, you hear that clap. You can't rest on that because Mackenzie Dern is not playing. And she had to tap her. She was going to snap her arm. So that's what it was. Nevertheless, man, Mackenzie Dern goes out there and gets a win. I wasn't really a huge fan of this fight, but quick shout out here. Let's go. Let's go and take a look. The co-main event, Santiago Ponzinibbio goes out there, gets a win. Looked dangerous. He was in a bad way, and there was a back of the head shot as well. He was in a bad way for a moment from Carlston Harris, but Ponzinibbio outlasts the man and puts him away in the 3rd round, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to Pons. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many more he's got in him, but, shout out to him. He goes out there, he gets the win. How about this? This fight got performance of the night. I will say, Mackenzie Dern and Amanda Ribas. Mackenzie Dern got a performance of the night bonus. Cesar Almeida, who got a performance of the night bonus, against Abdul Razak Al-Hassan. Bro, this is exactly what I thought was going to happen with Abdul. I'm just going to, no disrespect to this man, but homie's he's got to step back. And I know not everybody has earned the fight purses, has earned the money to be able to step back, but he's playing with his career at this point. Because that chin is just not strong, you know what I'm saying? Him and his chin been on the rocks for a while, and his chin might already served in the papers. She might be walking out the door, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, he can't take too many shots. He could take 1 or 2 shots, but he can't take too many, bro. And I don't think he's ever really sitting out long enough without some sort of an injury to get his body to a good point, or to get his brain to a good point to be able to go back in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he should hang it up at all. He just needs to take some time off, maybe a camp switch, coach switch, something. He's got to change up a few things, change up his approach. But nevertheless, man, Cesar Almeida, this dude, Abdul looked solid at the beginning of the round. He was, he had his jab going. He had a few punches going, but then he started stringing. As soon as he started stringing together a few power shots, right, and he wasn't winging them yet, but he started setting up a few power shots. I was like, okay. Then he catches Almeida with a good solid one. Almeida drops. He gets on top of Almeida. Eventually, Almeida's able to get back to his feet. And in the firefight exchange up against the cage, Almeida uncorks one. And, I mean, he sends Abdul to the land of wind and ghosts. I mean, he sent him to the upside down. Abdul fell backwards. He testified in church. You know what I'm saying? This homie was out. And where I really felt bad is what is up with the Vegas staff that got inside the cage to help this man. Like, when they finally revived him, you know what I'm saying? When they finally revived this homie, they're like really trying to prop him up on the stool. And granted, he's trying to stand up, but he shouldn't be that hard to kind of keep down on the ground and keep letting him know you need to stay flat. Nah, man, this homie, he's standing up, trying to sit down on the stool. He's wobbly. He almost falls forward off the stool. The men can't hold him. These homies catch him. You know what I'm saying? This homie, Abdul Rock Alassane was in the arms of the angel. In the arms of the angel. I mean, this homie, bro. I was just like, man, catch this man, bro. Don't let this man fall and knock his head on the octagon again. It was crazy, bro. Shout out to... He was in the arms of the angel. Y'all don't even understand. Shout out to Cesar Almeida, man. He goes out there. He does his thing. He uncorks one. We'll see where he goes from here. Pretty good post-fight speech as well. So shout out to him. How about Christian Rodriguez, the prospect killer? You know what I'm saying? Prospect killer, Christian Rodriguez. How about this homie goes out there against Austin Bashi? And I thought Bashi was going to be able to get him, but not so fast. Not on Christian Rodriguez's watch, you know what I'm saying? This homie goes out there and does Christian Rodriguez. I'm just going to call him Christian. I can't say his last name. He goes out there and he does his thing, and he does things that I felt like he was going to do. You know what I'm saying? I lost money on this fight because I bet against it. Bro, I felt like the way this fight played out is kind of how I felt like it was going to end up playing out. Like, because when they throw Christian in there with these prospects, a lot of the time you just got finished seeing a performance of Christian that even if he won, it might have not been the best. And you're thinking, dude, I don't know about this dude, man. And they throw him in there with a prospect who's been looking good. And you're like, okay, he's always missing weight. Granted, now he's finally at a weight class where he can sustain himself. But you're like, okay, I'm gonna go for the prospect. And then Christian Rodriguez goes out there and does his thing. And that's what he did, man. Just that veteran savvy. And, I mean, at this point, I'm just going to quit betting against the man, bro. I mean, at this point, I guess I'm a Christian Rodriguez fan, you know what I'm saying? Because at this point, I can't keep betting against this man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to holla at me, DraftKings. I'm out here betting on you. I'm out here doing the Lord's work. Everybody, go bet with DraftKings. If you got to connect, holla at DraftKings. Let them know about Matter of Fact MMA. Tell them they can get in on the ground flow. Anyway, how about Puna Soriano? Who saw this coming? This man at welterweight might be a killer. I ain't saying he's a prospect, but he might be a killer because it looked like he killed a man on Saturday night as he goes out there and defeats Uros Mektic. How about Jose Johnson? Jose Johnson, please, bro, stop the flyweight experiment. It's time for Jose Johnson to go back up a weight class. I mean, he missed weight against Felipe Buniz, and then Buniz went out there and defeated him. So it's like, shout out to Buniz. He gets the win. Jose Johnson, just stop, bro. It's time to make bantamweight the home or really hit the weights hard, maybe go up to featherweight. I don't know. But, decent card, man. A few other little scratch, few little moments. How about Victoria Dudakova slapped her coach after she took another L, after she quit? You know what I'm saying? She's the one that just quit on the ground and, kind of shelled up and, got finished due to strikes. And then, I don't know if y'all caught this or maybe you saw it on Instagram, saw it on Twitter, Twitch, whatever y'all on. Dudakova slapped her coach after the fight was over. Like, what was that all about? And you never know. I mean, that could be her significant other or something. I'm not saying that it is, but it could be. That happens a lot in mixed martial arts. I don't know. But it was kind of wild. Nevertheless, man, good night of fight. Shout out to Mackenzie Dern. She's back in the driver's seat. You know what I'm saying? Strung 2 wins back to back. Let's see where they go from here. Let's see what the next fight is from here. And, man, it's the big week. It's UFC 311. It's about to go down. I got a full round of breakdowns coming to you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be covering a lot of aspects of the fight. Might not do the traditional breakdowns I normally do of this entire card. Might just pick like 4 or 5 fights that we're going to really dive deep into. But I appreciate you guys for checking out these videos. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought about Mackenzie Dern's win. And I do want to thank you for joining me for another episode of Matter of Fact MMA. And I'll check you next time. Peace.